YouTube channel. I'm so happy you guys are back. Thank you guys for 30 subscribers. I'm so happy that I get to have a community of 30 people, you know, listening to what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm so happy, you guys. Thank you for the new subscriber, the returning subscriber. Welcome. You can join us. This is a platform where we talk about everything about money, businesses, family, you know, and everything in between. Okay, so if you're interested, you're welcome to stay. Okay, so to define what is important, and faith is among the things that you feel are important, then you create time to do the thing that is important to you. Okay, then you reduce everything else that does not make sense for you or you do not like. Okay, so the second thing that in the sphere of life is family. Okay, so when it comes to family, I have a few notes here that I wrote just to, you know, not to get out of line. So when it comes to family, the one of the things that you need to ask yourself, the question that you need to ask yourself, is my family important to me? Your nuclear family and your extended family. Okay, and when I say extended, I don't mean everybody. I mean who are the people that are important to you and in your life. Okay, so this, so that you know what to do to cultivate those relationships. Okay, because you know, this life, you're pulled right, left, center. You always like, this person wants to wants you to show up in their wedding. This one wants them to show up in something. They have this and they have that, so it can be quite overwhelming, and probably you don't have a relationship with them. That's the truth of the matter. We have new extended family that we are not close to, or we don't have a relationship per se with. Okay, which doesn't mean that you don't have, you can actually create time to create a relationship with someone you feel like you missed out on them. Like you have an aunt that you never had a relationship with, then if you feel that relationship is important to you, then now you cultivate. Okay, so you go back and create an important list for you of the family. Okay, so let's start with your nuclear family. If my family is important, which include my kids, then I will create time for them, which means that I want to be a present parent. I want to parent properly, and when I say properly, it depends on different people how proper parenting is. Okay, there are things that one parent may value, the other parent will not value. Like people who value taking their kids to very good school, and there are people who value just spending time with their children. Like they want to be present in their kids' life. So value is relative. It only depends on how you see value. Okay, so if you define what is value that you're willing to put or to extend to your family, or you want it to be cultivated in your family, then other things will not make sense. So if your value is to make sure you teach your kids the word of God, okay, or if your value is for your kids to get the best education in the best school, or if your value is to feed your kids or your family proper meals, proper balanced meals, then so many things will not make sense. Like an example is, some people value going on holidays as a family. Okay, so if you do not see value in traveling or going for holidays, then the pressure of going for holiday with a family, it's a noise at you kill. Okay, if your value or something that you deem as important is seeing your kids through good school, then you pick that is which is important. Then the rest of probably you want your kids to participate in extra activities in school, it's not something that you value so much because you want your kids to be home on time. Then the pressure, because you see this is why this is the point that I'm trying to drive. If you look at people's life and you look at how people parent and you see how family carry themselves, you might feel like you're left behind. Like, oh, this person took their child to school, they are going for holiday, this mother is always present in their child's activity, or they study the word of God, they go to church together, they do these things. It can be quite like tiresome to just think about all these things. And it might not necessarily mean you want to do all these things. You don't see value in the way I've said going for a vacation. You see value in spending time with your children or taking them to, this short mini weekend getaway, or or take them to this place where the kids, it's called what? It's like a playground where kids play. That's what you value, to just spend time with your children. Then the rest of the things will not make sense. So that you stop chasing and you define what is important to you and for your family. If you like cooking for your family and you want your kids to eat balanced diet, and you don't care so much about other things like, like them dressing up nicely, or you buying expensive toys or buying expensive clothes, then you concentrate on what is important. Then when you see other things, you're not pressured into, oh, you want to buy clothes, you want to buy toys, you want to take them here, you want to take them there. The deal is to come back to yourself, and I will always say about this, you come back to yourself and understand what is valuable for me, what is important for me, okay? Then the rest you don't care about. So because in this life there are so many things to do, imagine if you chase after everything concerning your children, you will not make it, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Define what is important, then pursue it relentlessly, if that makes sense. The same with your faith. If you want to, in the season that you're in, you want to pursue reading the Bible, pursue relentlessly. If it's reading, if it's prayerful, being prayerful, pursue that thing, and kill the noise of the rest, and also, disclaimer, I'm gonna say this here before I forget. Pray so that you're able to discern where you need to fellowship, okay? Pray that you're able to discern who are going to be your spiritual leaders, or people who are going to be speaking to your life, okay? Because if you move blindly in where you go to sort of fellowship, it is like it's like what? It's like meaningless pursuit. You're pursuing but meaningless, because the people who are speaking to your life are not following the commandments that are in the Bible, or they're not following the guidance of the Bible. Do you understand? Like people who go to church but they never open their Bible, or people who preach to people but they never take the context of their preaching from the Bible, or if they take it from the Bible, they distort it to suit themselves. So you have to be in a place where you're discerning of the relationship with God. You have read your Bible, you're prayerful to discern, I don't see myself spiritually relating to this fellowship or this church, so that you're not, because these are end days and it's very possible for you to find yourself in that situation, okay? The same with parenting, and this is what I feel. Even with parenting, choose people or mothers who parent like you, okay? If one of the value is we want to instill discipline in our kids, like discipline is a very good or a paramount issue when it comes to how I parent my children, then I want parents who also value discipline, okay? Because we're not judging here, but there are people who parent differently that you feel like it could have been different with this child, but that's how they feel, and that's how they feel it's important to the way they parent their children. So also, once I define my values, I also want to be around mothers who parent the same way I parent, okay? In the same breath of parenting or family, I was actually talking to my sister the other day, and we were talking about how now when you're grown and you're a mother, you if you're not careful with your blind spots, you actually tend, or your children or childhood traumas, or your, you know, those blind spots that you saw with your parents, and you don't identify them very early, then you tend to bleed or pass the same tendency to your kids. Okay, so it's important to be self-aware of what blind spots did I see with my parents, what traumas do I know exist within me, that so that I do not bleed to my kids when it comes to me parenting them. Because we have to do better, but we can only do that when we are self-aware. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so another thing, so if it's important, you can create a family game night because you want to have a quality time with your family. You can do outdoor activities. You pick what is important, then you implement it in your family. Okay, something else I'm gonna say, it is friendship. Okay, so I know we tend to call everybody friends. This is my friend, this is my friend, but I've come to define what is friendship. There are people who I talk to, there are people I go to church with, there are people I work with, and then there are people who I call friends. Because you can't be pulled everywhere. So if you're my friend, and if I have put you in a category where I want to cultivate friendship with you, or I want this to be a friendship, you know, then I put in effort towards that relationship, because I do not want to be tagged in everything, like I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm your friend. Then I'm not able to give it my all when it comes to that friendship. So the few people I call friends, or the few people that I completely love, because I love everybody, but the people who I love, who are few people, actually have like 3 or 4 few friendship that I have, then I'm going to go all out for these people. Okay, so that if there's a need and a call for me to show up in whatever way, then I'm going to show up, so that you're not always running to fill so many cups, and you feel like it's like you're putting water in all this cup, but you're putting just a drop of water here, a drop of water here, a drop of water here. You're pulling so many directions, then you feel so overwhelmed. So I prefer to have few meaningful friendship that I truly love, that I'm gonna pour my all and give my all. If these people need me, I'm gonna show up. If they need me to show up in a certain area of their life, then I'm gonna be a present friend to them. Okay, because you can't have 10 friends, 50 friends, 100 friends. How are you going to show up? You can have acquaintances and relationship that can serve you, and you can serve them, but they don't require that much of your time and your energy. Okay, so you have to do self-reflection and see, who are my friends, truly, who are my friends. How can I, or how do my friendship uplift and encourage me? Again, your values will determine the kinds of friendship you hold personally. Okay, because if our friendship is to come and gossip, or if our friendship is to come and do what, like, I'm just saying, like an example, like for us to come every time we show up is to gossip about other people. Are those friendship meaningful? Are they? If we're not making money, jokes aside, I want friendship that makes money, like we are coming to help each other to make money, like, you know. But I'm just saying, like, I need friendship that grow me and I grow them, like they are meaningful relationships. So if they don't do that, if you have like 10 friends, okay, or 50 friends, and you sit down with yourself and see what are the things that I value in my life, and there are people who don't fit in that category, it's okay to walk away from those friendships, and you can still remain cordial, but you're not friends. Meaning, I will not show up in so many in so many of the things that you want me to show up in, but we can be acquaintances. We can if we find ourselves in the same room, we still can have a conversation, but we are not best friends. We exist in harmony. Yeah, if that makes sense. Okay, then how, another question you can ask yourself, how can I be present in this friendship? Okay, how can I be more present with my friends? Which I'm honestly, this year I'm going to try to do, cultivate my friendships and to try to call people, even if life is busy. I'm gonna try to call people, just know how are they, listen to them. Okay, just be there, and them knowing that I'm present. I'm gonna be there for them regardless. Okay, just to assure them, I'm here. If you ever need anything, please just reach out any time of the day, any time of the night. I'm going to be there. Are you seeing? You cannot have 10 of this friendship of when they need you are there, when something is happening you're there. It's not possible. You're going to run on empty. Okay, that's another thing that when it comes to redefining what is important is health, nutrition, and fitness. Okay, so there's those people who don't care about exercise, and those people who care about what they eat. Okay, so it's just defining what is important. What is important? Is it eating healthy or exercising or doing both? Like, what is important to you? Not Instagram worthy, or they saw me going to the gym, or they saw me drink 2 liters of water, or they saw me do this and this. I'm telling you, in this society, if you don't define what is important, you're gonna find yourself always chasing something that is not even important to you. So you define what is important to you. Okay, is it feeding my body nutrition food that is important to me than exercising? Or is it exercising and eating every other day some sort of junk food? Maybe I'm eating a pizza here, I'm eating chicken here. Like, what is important to you? Then when you define these things, it becomes, it like narrows down to what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Okay, so if nutrition is important to me, then I'm going to gravitate towards eating healthy than going to the gym or exercising. Okay, because you can, and exercise is a whole bucket of a lot of things. You can go to the gym, you can run, you can walk, you can lift weights, you can do all these things. So just define which is important to you and then pursue it. Okay, so that you have a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so you can do that thing by setting, probably you set goals about your, if it's fitness, set goals about what do you want to achieve when it comes to your fitness. I want to lose 1 kg every month, or I want to lose 2 kgs every month. Then you stop pressuring yourself to losing 10 kg a month, meaning you go on a very yo-yo diet, which means you're not eating, you're not drinking, like so once you define what is important to you, 2 kgs means I'm gonna be walking every 1 hour a day and I'm gonna eat healthy. Fine, the rest I don't care about. I really don't care. Okay, you create probably an exercise routine. That's the way I've said, walk or lift weight or run. It's just how the way you feel is going to suit into your lifestyle, because don't adapt anything that is going to be so off that when you off your life, like your wheels of life are going this way and you go this way, so it's always gonna be a conflict of interest for you to get all this way to this side. So look for something that it's gonna be integrated into your daily life. It makes it easy for you to continuously adapt those habits and behaviors. Okay, another thing that you can look into, if you, for example, if you're in the business sector or in entrepreneurship, the way you want to call it. Okay, it is important to have reflective question. What steps can I take to grow my business? Okay, what steps can I take to grow my business? Okay, another thing you can do is reflect on true interest and values. Okay, so people go into business to copy other people. They don't create a value system or what they are willing to do for their business. let me give you an example. Okay, bootstrap my business to where I want to see it, or I'm gonna use credit facility to grow my business. Okay, two worlds apart. This person is willing to be very patient, bootstrap to get where they want to go. This person is willing to use credits to grow their business. No one is wrong here. The only thing I'm trying to say is, when you define how you want to grow your business, then the rest does not make sense. If I decide I'm going to be patient in growing my business by pulling it and reinvesting my profits, okay, then I'm not pressured by the person who wants to take credit and expand their business. So all of a sudden, this pressure of I have to grow my business 10x in 1 year stops being my pressure, because I have defined, I know when I do profit reinvestment, it means it takes longer. So my goal is 5 years. Your goal is 1 year or 2 years. No wrong. It's just that once you define, then the pressure of how people grow their business stop being your pressure. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Once you know how you want to operate in any area of your life, in any faith-wise, business, friendship, family, career, you tend to stop giving yourself pressure of, I'm going to do this, I want to buy this, I want to go here, because once you define, the rest of the things, it's just done. I'm sticking to this path. It is slow. It will require me 5 years, but that's where I feel I belong. Someone else, high risk taker, wants to grow their business very fast. 1 year, 2 years, credit, take a line of credit from the bank or from any institution, grow their business. Why are we pressuring each other out here? Why? Take 5 years to grow your business, take 1 year to grow your business. It's just defining what is important to you. Let's move to the next one. Because I've been talking for like how many? 22 minutes. Oh my god, I keep this video so long. Oh, another thing that you can probably that is important, finances. Let's talk about finances. Okay, so your financial journey is your financial journey. Your financial get into your financial, in an area where you say you're financially okay, is a journey for different people. How you take this journey is upon you once you acquire the knowledge that you need to acquire to get to where you want to go. Okay, because there is no set stone to what you can do. Okay, so you feel stuck, you feel like, I've not bought a house, or I don't have money to buy this, I don't have this, and I don't have that. And it's because you keep comparing yourself to people. I don't know which people, but you keep comparing yourself probably to your peers, to your friendship group, or whatever. Okay, so for you to unstuck yourself is to first start by where you are. Okay, define where you are, then define what is important. Is it a house? Is it what? Is it a car? Is it having money in the bank? Is it being financially free? Is it being able to comfortably take my kids through school? Is it having proper meals? What is it? When you know finances, they're not here to come and stay. They're here to come and do something. Like you are getting money is to come to alleviate a certain problem in your life. Okay, probably you do not want to rent, you want to buy a house, so you're working towards buying a house. Probably you don't mind renting, but you mind where your kids go to school. You want them to attend an international school, so you pursuing your financial freedom is to accomplish or to alleviate a certain pressing need in your life. Okay, so define first what your money is coming to do in your life. When it comes to, probably you say, I'm going to get money because I want to be able to make a decision where we spend our Christmas. Or I am trying to get money because I want my kids to never have to look for money to go through college or university. If they want to go to university, I'm willing to do that. I'm looking for money because I want to own a home, a ranch, or whatever. So once you define the things that are important concerning money, going back to school, buying a car, all those things are here, okay? But the reason why you feel stuck is because you're comparing yourself to what the other person is doing. Their money is coming to their life to probably buy the car or take their kids to this school. But they don't mind not buying clothes. They don't mind living in a relatively cheaper house. They don't mind not going for a vacation. They don't mind eating not so expensively. I don't know how to explain. Like, they don't mind having easy meals that are nutrition but not expensive. Okay, so they have forgone this part of their life to accomplish this part of their financial life. Okay, so you're running to do all these things that you've seen on whatever, on social media, to buy a house, to buy a car, to take your kids to best school, to buy nice clothes, to go for a vacation, define your money importance, then adapt it in your life. Then when you see people going for a vacation, it does not bother you. When you see people taking their kids to good school, it doesn't bother you because your money is coming to do a certain thing in your life. There are people who work to give the money out. There are people who work to do acts of service, to be charitable. Okay, there are the people who help other people who are not able to pay school fees. There are people who this is how they have defined their money. Their money is coming in their life to help other people, and they don't mind not foregoing the rest of the things. They forego everything else so that the money comes to help other people. Once you define that, everything else will not make sense. The rest of the things will not make sense. No pressure at all. Okay, so it's very, very, very important to see and to define your importance so that you stop feeling that you're comparing yourself, that things are not moving for you. And for me, when I came to that realization, so many things just fell off. Like, I don't mind doing this because I know why I'm doing this other thing. Okay, if you know, like, career-wise, you're chasing something, chasing this and this and that. Define your direction. Narrow down your direction so that when you see people doing things or getting a master's, do you really want to get a master's? Do you really want to get a PhD? What is your career path directing you to? So that the noise of what people are doing when it comes to growth in their career stop affecting you negatively, or you feeling like you now have to take a loan, go back to school, do this because you can see people doing that. Okay, so that is to say, the only way you can unstuck yourself is defining what is important. Because once you define what is important, you realize it's not so many things that the way you used to think. Like, I want to furnish my house, I want to travel to Mombasa, I want to travel to this country, oh, I want to buy this, I want to build a house, I want my kids to go to this school. Once you define what is important to you, all of a sudden the things just fall off. Oh, kumbe, I was chasing this one. Kumbe, it is not even important in my life. I don't feel like it holds importance in my life. Okay, so you ask yourself, I'm gonna say this, self-awareness is key in your life and the direction that you're going. Because once you understand yourself, understand what is important, understand so many things, there are so many things that just off shoulder, like they slip off because you're going this to achieve this. So I don't feel pressure when you do this. I'm actually clapping for you. Okay, so that is to say, take your time, define what is important, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.